So I want to ask you, what does the word happiness mean? What comes to mind?
Well, I guess for me, happiness is one of the most important things in life. It's something everyone has a right to, and everyone can have. I suppose I think happiness is a great leveler because no matter who you are or where you're from or what your job is, you can find happiness. I think the way we live in Australia, we have boxes to tick for our happiness, and there's you need the right job and the right house and the right car and everything to be happy. And that's not to say that people who don't have all these boxes ticked aren't happy, but in other places that I've lived, like the Philippines, you find that there's a lot of people out there who don't have any boxes at all to tick. It's their happiness comes from whether they've got family and friends around them, whether they've got enough, food and drink to see out the week, and that's all you need for happiness. So I think that maybe we don't have the balance right here in the suburbs of Australia. I know there's a few countries that track their country's gross domestic happiness, but I'd like to think that when people are faced with adversity and when wars are raging and all the rest, there's still that baseline level of happiness, and there's still those day-to-day moments that you can derive happiness from. Little things like making a cup of tea with all sorts of crazy spices and experimenting with flavors. It's something that I get a lot of enjoyment from. But at the end of the day, what happiness always boils down to is your your interactions with other people. So if you've got family, if you've got friends, if you've got someone special around you to talk to and to share whatever you're doing with, I think that's where happiness comes from. I feel as though there's certainly, I guess, social trends that come and go, but I'd like to think that a human being's, physiology enables happiness, and no matter what's happening around you, you'll still be able to get to that point of happiness no matter what. Does that make sense?